Mis panchinko usteshpa, omenewan. Primeramente, mis saludos y respetos going out to everyone stopping by my channel, showing love, keeping the comment section active, alive, in order to get me on the algorithm. Thank you for supporting me. You support me, I support you. We're here to elevate each other. We're here to uplift each other. And that's all we're here for, you know what I mean? Anybody with the negativity, you already know. I don't play that. I'm not here for that. I see you in the comment section getting rowdy, disrespecting either me, my channel, or the subscribers. You're getting blocked, and that's that, you know what I mean? I don't care if I got only 5,000 subscribers. That's all I want, as long as they keep it respectful. I don't want 501 subscribers if that one is going to be disrespecting everyone else. That's not going to happen around here, bro. But check this out. Everybody that's here on a positive note, check this one out. Look, I'm going to come at you like, I've experienced a lot of negativity due to this, right? Like, I started getting involved with gangs real young, like really, really young. Like, I was so young that I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, you know what I mean? I kind of had an idea, but I didn't know it gets as deep as it gets, you know what I mean? I had no idea how deep gangs get. So, I went in and out. I went in and out of prison. I went in when I was a teenager. And then for a period of more than 10 years, I was in and out. Lasted no longer than 2 months. In the streets, I got out like 5 or 6 times, you know what I mean? So, all those years, I stayed solid, I stayed with the homies, I never did nothing wrong. I never got beat up in prison. I lost fights, like I rushed a couple bulldogs. And in one occasion, I remember getting my ass beat, you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie about that. But as far as my own people, the Mexicans, the people I kicked it with in there, beating me up, they never did. They never stabbed me. They never beat me up. None of that. Because I wasn't there to disrespect their program. None of that. I was just there to do my time and participate as much as I can, I'm not going to say I'm the most active person, but I was there, with everyone else. So with that being said, all those years, right, I went in as a teenager, and I didn't stop until I was 32 years old. At 32, I'm still catching fades here and there. Whenever I run into the fade, I'll catch the fade. I've been catching fades. I got down with a lot of people. But besides that, that's never going to change. That's just the way my mind is programmed to react if there's disrespect within the gang community. Like I said, I ain't never did nothing wrong. So if there's any issues in the air, it's supposed to be personal, you know what I mean? But nowadays, it's no longer, there's no honor in gangs. Like, people go get their brothers, their dad, all kinds of family members involved just for a fight, you know what I mean? So, with that being said, it's always like that. Nowadays, it's hard to find somebody with palabra chingona that is going to say, you know what, let's just get down and squash the issue because the issue is between you and me, okay? So, now, the reason why I'm saying all this is because of the following, okay? I've been involved in gangs since I was a little kid, and I've always seen everything around me, and I know how things work. I went full throttle. And I said, you know what, I'm probably going to catch life. And at that time, now I do. Now I care. But at that time, I didn't care. My love was so strong for my hood. And I still love my hood. Don't get me wrong. I still love my hood with that passion. You know what I mean? But I love myself now. I love myself more than I can love my hood. You know what I mean? But from 32, from like 11 to 32, I love my hood more than I love myself or anything else, and now that I love myself, now that I want to succeed, now that I want to be out here, there's a lot of people that are going to be negative because they're going to hate that I never debriefed, I never ratted, I never locked it up, I never did nothing that will bring some shameful feelings, you know what I mean? Like, I was never into making the hood look bad. I was always into just elevating the status and the name, that was like my main mission. Like, I didn't care about me. I didn't care about my family. And I'm sorry to say this because I love my family. I love my family with all my heart. But now that I'm older, I realize that I didn't care about them at the time. Now I do. Now I'm not going to do anything stupid. And don't get me wrong, if I go back to prison, it's going to be on some self-defense type of issue, you know what I mean, type of case, because I'm not going to go look into another barrio and shoot somebody I don't know. I'm not going to do that. If you hear I got busted for something like that, it's probably fake, or the story's not adding up. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody comes at me or somebody's threatening my life to where I feel like they gotta go or I gotta go, well, it's not gonna be me, you know what I mean? That's never gonna leave my mind. But at the same time, anything else, like if you're not threatening my life, like words are never gonna hurt me, bro. If you're just over there, like talking with words, trying to be negative with words, that's never gonna hurt me, bro. That's never gonna hurt me. Sticks and stones will break my bones. Words could never hurt me. I've heard that saying one time and it's true, But check this one out though. Check it out. So now I'm doing good, but let's evaluate the situation, right? And you guys let me know if I'm on the right path or if I'm in the wrong path. Like, I trust you guys. You guys are my subscribers. You guys are becoming like family to me because you guys are here to hear me out. You guys are here to take advice. And also, I take advice from you guys in the comment section. So we go back and forth with positive energy. You know what I mean? And I've been asked before on the channel, hey, what religion are you? I grew up Catholic, dog, but I'm not religious at all. I'm open-minded. I've read a lot of books. I'm still learning. I'm learning every day. And I'm open-minded about everything, bro. So, even though I respect my parents' religion, even though I respect it, and even though I believe, I have certain beliefs, and then I have certain doubts, but I'm not religious. I don't stick to just one thing, dog. Like when I was in the county jail, I read the Quran, I read the Bible, I read a bunch of religious books from a bunch of religions. And with that being said, I don't stick to one religion. And as a matter of fact, I'm sorry to say this, but from my early teens all the way to a few years ago, a few years back, I was into Satanism. So I'm not going to get into that because it's all negativity. But with that being said, that's what's going to get you to think and evaluate the situation and come with your own conclusion. Like, oh, okay, yeah, this fool's not religion. So I never went religious. Not that I don't believe in religion. I just don't feel like my beliefs are my beliefs and that's that. I'm not even going to get into that because I don't want to disrespect nobody's religion and that's that, But check this one out. Foundation of the story. And I'm using myself as an example because it is an example, bro. Look. So you guys already heard it. I've been in gangs since I was 11 years old. Woo woo. That's like old news, right? Okay, but I've seen all these things. So what I've seen is everybody that gets into a barrio, usually the majority of the homies that get into a barrio, they meet a jaina. By the time they're like 24, 25, they're no longer on the streets. They're no longer in county jail. They're no longer doing anything else, but they went normal by the time they're 24, 25. Some even younger. And these are actual fools that, might have done a jale or two and never got caught. These are actual fools that, was out there on the block, posted with the homies going all out. And they stop around 23 to 25. And then there's the late bloomers, which is the fools that start banging when they're 18, 19. They might last a little longer than that, you know what I mean? But I've never seen somebody heavily entrenched in the criminal life, in the gang life, go longer than 5 years and then still want to act a fool if you're out here on the streets, except for the homies. And it's unfortunate to say, I'm gonna put it to you like this so you don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Okay, let's say a homie's been to the pen. Let's say a homie, whatever the homie has done after 5 years of being entrenched in the system. You know what I mean? But the sober homies usually come out, they do their thing, they retire. They don't retire, but they get a job and rehabilitation hits them in a certain way where they're still down to get them up. They might still do a jale here and there, but they're not out there on the streets anymore. Now, my findings is that I see a lot of homies, unfortunately, that are strung out on drugs, drug addiction, and all that. That's the only homies that you see in a barrio still coming around. There's a few exceptions. There's like one or two fools, that don't get high and they're still kicking it with the homies. And those are just a few, but you can't count those in until more than 5 years that they've been running amok, going to jail. Like, if there's a difference, my boy, between just being in the barrio, kicking it with the homies, kicking it with jainas, going to work, doing the same thing all over again, and never going over there to bust jales, never taking your little homies to do missions, never doing that, then you're not going to go to jail. You can last 10, 20 years like that. It's all good. You're never going to get into nothing because you're not out there like that, you know what I mean? But if you're really out there, you're really putting in work, you're really taking your little homies to put in work, you're really doing work with your homeboys, your generation. You know what I mean? With that being said, eventually you're going to get caught for either a cuete, a stabbing, a shooting, robbery, like all these crimes that take place when you're coming around a barrio. If it's an actual active barrio and it's an actual active crowd, you're going to get into some stuff. You know what I mean? So I've noticed that people that do straight full-blown crime for longer than 5 years, they usually want to kick back. A lot of them go to prison and they don't want to go back, so a lot of them don't even never return to prison, so I'm passionate about this because, like, I can't believe nobody else has seen the pattern. And if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, if you guys think I'm wrong, if you guys think this is all BS, let me know, correct me, because I want to be right. I don't want to be wrong. But that's what I've seen, so most of the people I know retired from 23 to 25. Most of the people I know stopped trying to get crazy, trying to do crimes after 5 years of in and out, heavily entrenched in crime. And then there's a few fools that are the exception. There's a few fools that just don't care, and there's a few fools that got life being sober, and I gotta respect them. I gotta respect those. Those are not included, but it's a small percentage of homies. Like, look at the barrios right now. Wherever you're at, look at the barrios, homie. Look at the homies that are coming around. The homies that are out there kicking it with the homies, even if they're in their 30s, 40s, or even late 20s. right? If they're kicking it with their little homies, I guarantee you 90% of the time, that's because they're getting high. They're under the influence of drugs. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to say it because it's my people as well, but I've never really seen someone be around criminal activity and the person doesn't get high. The percentage is real small, you know what I mean? So that's just my own view on this, and it's just I'm gonna leave it at it's just my opinion. I'm not here to disrespect no one. So once again, I respect everyone that is from my barrio, keeping it active. You know, I don't respect S&Ys. I don't respect dropouts. But I'm not going to bring all that to this channel because that's all negativity. But I don't get down like that. I don't get down with you. I don't care about you. You dropped out. That's on you. Leave it at that. You know what I mean? But the homies that are active, still keeping it gangster, you know what I mean? This is just a little study that I did. And pretty much I seen my whole life, and why do generations disappear? That's the reason why. You know, a lot of them get, you know, people die, people go to jail, people move away. Like I seen a lot of homies go to prison, come out and just move out of state. Seen a lot of homies go to prison, come out, don't even kick it with the homies for like 10 years. And I seen all that. Even though I didn't do all that till recently, you know, I seen all that, you know, and like I said, I know there's some gang members looking at my channel, you know. Let it be known, my boy, if I'm wrong, correct me. If I'm wrong, correct me. But there's a small percentage of people that are out there doing crime, out there actively in the barrio, that are sober. It's usually all the homies are strung out, so they gotta be there, you know what I mean? That's all they got. Homies that are trying to push away is usually the ones that are sober, you know what I mean? So hopefully in the future, somebody comes up with a program that helps homies that are, you know, addicted to drugs and all that. I want them to succeed as well, you know. I want them to build programs that are going to actually help them. Not all these programs where they're going to put them with some pesetas and this and that, you know what I mean? Because that's not cool, bro. Like, basically, you're saying you gotta drop out of your gang to go get some help. I don't think that's cool, bro. You know what I mean? That's just not fair for people that did their time and you know, stay strong and are still from their barrios. Like, there should be a program out there that would help them, you know, because drugs is a very serious issue. I'm very fortunate to not be a drug addict. I have been a user for many years, but right now it's been, in 10 years I got high one time. So I don't consider myself a drug addict no longer. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. Every single day I struggle with myself. I struggle with sin. I struggle with trying to get high. I struggle with everything, bro, because I'm human. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm here to try to find ways for all of us to help each other. You know what I mean? And that's something right there that I've been having on my mind. It's been heavy on my mind. And I have to let you guys know, in order to share some knowledge with you guys, share my findings, send some positivity, and hopefully, through what I'm saying, someone, if it doesn't have to be today or this year, someone in the future will come up with a plan to help our people. Thank you.